The next question, the member for Don Valley West.
Very much, Mr. Speaker. And Speaker, my question is for the Premier. In 1948, the Government of Ontario, a progressive Conservative government, established the Ontario Educational Leadership Centre. For more than 70 years, OELC, under a couple of different names, including Ontario Athletic Leadership Camp, has nurtured Ontario's young leaders, ordinary kids from across the province, Mr. Speaker. More than 100,000 young boys and girls chosen by their schools to develop skills in athletics, music, outdoor education and problem solving. And indeed, Mr. Speaker, in 1969, a 16-year-old from Richmond Hill High School was chosen by her school to attend OELC. She'd never been to overnight camp. She'd never interacted with people from across the province, and she had no idea that she had potential as a leader, and she certainly had no idea that she could ever be Premier, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, at a time when we need young people to be at their best as we enter this post-COVID world, at a time when we know that students need opportunities for experiential learning and team building, why would the government choose this moment to remove supports from OELC?
Minister of Heritage, Sport, Tourism and Culture Industries.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I wanted to say thanks for the question. Obviously, right now, as we talk about support for sport and recreation and leadership skills in the province of Ontario, the Minister of Education and myself have been working hand in glove, particularly over the past 19 months, in order to ensure that we do have the supports. I also wanted to acknowledge the member opposite for becoming Ontario's first Premier.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I'm not actually denigrating some of the things that the minister has talked about, Mr. Speaker. I'm talking about a unique property and unique set of programs. OELC has had to adjust and adapt over their more than 70 years, but they've survived and they've thrived because of their own strong belief in the importance of nurturing student leaders. Speaker, OELC is not a place reserved for the elite or for the wealthy or for the privileged. It is a place that provides opportunity to children from every background. Kids who would otherwise have no access to leadership programs because their parents wouldn't necessarily be able to pay for them, Mr. Speaker. Will the government commit to sustaining OELC in order to provide this generation and the next with the opportunities that have enriched the lives of so many young for 70 years?
Minister of Heritage.
So happy to have a conversation with the member opposite post question period to talk about that specific entity.